They say motherhood is a journey, but let's be honest, sometimes it feels more like a roller coaster with no seatbelt. I bet you're like me, wondering why babies, or teens in my case, don't come with instruction manuals. Welcome to This Incredible Mom Life, the podcast that celebrates the beautiful chaos, quiet wins, messy moments, and everyday miracles of being a mom. I'm your host, Dummy, wellness coach, mom of 3 boys, and a passionate believer that you don't have to live at the mercy of PMS, burnout, or exhaustion. Join me every week as we hear the craziest and most unbelievable mom stories. I'll be sharing the huge accomplishments and triumphs of both our moms and their kids. We'll giggle, cheer on the kids, and discuss obstacles and lessons learned along the way. If you are struggling to be the best mom you can be, how open-minded are you to booking a free call with me? You don't have to live at the mercy of your cycle, and you definitely don't have to do it alone. Give yourself permission to let me be part of your support system. I believe that you weren't meant to just survive motherhood. You were meant to thrive in it. Hello again. Today I have a super mom with me. Daigneault is a certified law of attraction coach and intuitive guide with over 2 decades of leadership experience. She has a unique understanding of how personal growth impacts professional success, and her mission is to help women up-level their lives one relationship at a time, beginning with the one they have with themselves. Through her one-on-one coaching, Aja teaches women to harness their intuition and divine feminine energy, helping them to heal past wounds and attract meaningful connections. Her guidance empowers clients to embody a life of purpose, leading to deeply fulfilling relationships, aligned careers, and soulful reciprocal love. In addition to her coaching practice, Aja is the host of the Invincible Us podcast. On the podcast, she guides listeners in manifesting their desires with the power of the law of attraction. As a modern witch, Aja combines her spiritual gifts and grounded wisdom to provide unique blend of practical guidance and magical insights. The show is a resource for learning how to consciously create the reality you've always wanted, offering an empowering and tangible way to transform your life. When she's not helping others transforming their lives, Aja is living her own best life, spending time with her family, taking out the camper, and barbecuing. Welcome, Aja, to the show.
Hey, how are you?
I am doing well. I am so glad you're here today with me.
Yes, I'm very excited.
All
I love that
right.
we have a podcast out there that's just about crazy mom life. Like literally, it's so intense being a mom sometimes that people pretend like they know what it is until they're like when they're not a mom yet. They're like, "Oh yeah, that sounds insane," and then they are a mom. They're like, "No, you don't understand. I haven't slept for 4 years."
Yes. And it is ever evolving, I will say, as
Yes,
mom of
yes,
teenagers. I can't say it's gotten easier, it's just different.
yeah, yeah. I'll be there quickly,
Yes.
quicker than later,
So
probably.
let's jump right in. Tell us who you were a mom to.
So I'm a mama to a 4-year-old about to be 5, named Dahlia. Her birthday's on Halloween, so
Nice.
that's a good predictor of her personality, I think. She waited. I was supposed to have her like 3 or 4 days before, and it was like the longest labor. Oh my gosh. Yeah. She's pretty fun though. I love hanging out with her.
Great. Well, tell us a fun story about her.
So I don't know how well it's fun now because it taught me a lot. So potty training. The story is like she is so stubborn with certain things. And when it comes to like her bubble, she's very protective of her bubble. And she did not want to use the potty, which a lot of kids are like that, I know. But for her, it was like her hiding behind couches and stuff to go poop. And she would, not violent, but she was really intense trying to get her like distract us with something else while she was trying to go to the bathroom in front of us type of thing. And so it's not so much like a funny story about her doing these things. It was more just me realizing how little control you have over another human being. So as a mom, you're like my whole job is to make sure this little human does like has a good life and learns how to be a good human and go forth and prosper. And I'm over here watching my kid pretend like she's not pooping her pants in front of me, refusing also to put on a pamper.
Of
Just
course.
she's just like, no, I'm going commando in these underwear. And I'm like, please stop. It's so annoying. It's so expensive and gross. And just releasing it after I don't know how many weeks. She was, gosh, she was like 3. It was recent. It's a recent memory, but she was 3 when she finally potty trained. Um, it was a battle, but it was just this moment is after a few weeks, I had to just let it go. It was like, practice what you preach, Aja. You're always telling everyone else, let it go, feel the vibe, be the vibrational match for XYZ. And I'm like, all right, how do I be a vibrational match for my kid not to shit her pants anymore? And it was me just like, okay, baby, you'll be ready when you're ready. And it was a very long time later, months later, but I learned a lot from that, just how to be patient. And it is what it
Yeah.
is sometimes.
Oh God, I think anything in motherhood will teach you about patience,
Yeah.
especially potty training.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. This should be an Olympic
um,
sport.
yeah, it's oh my God, it's crazy. So my kids are very close in age, and my middle kid and the youngest are only 20 months apart. So I actually had two in diapers at the same time. Like I
Oh
had
my
the
gosh.
toddler and the infant. I was like, this is not
Oof.
great. But
Oof.
once I was done and the youngest was potty trained, I was like, I am done forever. I don't have to ever worry about this.
Yes. You're like, celebration. Let's
Yeah,
go.
it's a rite of passage for sure.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. That and colic. My daughter was also colic for 8 full months. And so anytime someone's like, my baby's colic, and I see the dark ring under their eyes, I'm like, I am a stranger to you, but I will watch your child so you can sleep.
Yeah.
Like, let me help you.
Yes, it's the tribe of mothers who
Yes.
bond together and things like that.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my
Ugh.
goodness. So tell me more about that realization you had. Like this, your daughter is a person, right? She's living her own life, she's learning her own things, and you're just like, okay, I let's match her frequency and tell me more about that.
Well, there was a lot of tears first. That frequency had a lot of crying for both of us. Um, but I wouldn't say it was the easiest frequency for me to realize because there's a lot of pressure, I think, in society, at least in the Western world, for moms to like or people, just anyone watching their kiddos, but moms to magically have their child get through these perfect phases.
Mhm.
And having her just fighting it so hard, and it being these horrible arguments, and the dad was having issue. Like it was just it was awful. And it was awful to watch her crying and just she was just emotionally wrecked. And it was heartbreaking for a mama because you're just like, it's fine. But at the same time, like, it's really not. Please stop doing that. Um, and for me, it was just understanding that I would want that same respect. Like, I've had
Mhm.
times in my life where I was unable to communicate my needs or what I was feeling, the boundaries that I had, and they were violated. And though hers is less extreme and well, maybe not for her, she's 4, that's probably the most extreme thing she's had happen. um it was really eye-opening to see how quick a hug and it's okay from a female figure and the dad figure. I'll be real, he's a great dad, he was in there too, but to have that from us and to realize that I have such an impact on her and anybody else, including myself, but to really feel that and to say, okay, her her frequency right now is she's hurt and she doesn't understand why we're doing this to her. She thinks we're doing something to her
Yep.
versus, adult brain, hey, stop shitting your pants. Please. Um, and it was really tough because other parents I knew, that social thing I was talking about, their kids were like, quick, 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 all these, they were
Mhm.
bragging about it. And I had to stop paying attention because I'm like, my daughter's fine. There's nothing wrong with her. She's just trying to have body autonomy at 3. It's great for all of us, but it's going to turn into good things. So for me, it was really like, okay, let's do this together. I would just, whatever I was doing, if she had to have me sit on our hard ass toilet, or
Mhm.
not sit on the toilet, but the bathtub next to her while she's pretending to go, I'll do it. I'll hold her hand. Like at this point, I could probably eat pizza next to someone doing that because I've just
Yeah.
been there so long.
I used to read books, and while they were sitting there, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
well, let's read a story.
Yeah. Let's do this together. Let's watch some funny cat videos.
Yeah, no, I love that you took your own experience of when you needed support and help and now can relate that to your daughter when she needs support and help. That's great.
Yeah. No, it's fun.
Awesome. Now you are a coach for the law of attraction. So tell us what the law of attraction is, first of all.
So the law of attraction, it's one of 12 universal laws, and there's other laws I'm sure out there. It depends on where you're at. This particular one I love because it's super simple and it's essentially what you think of creates. So for me and who I help and what I teach and guide through is whatever you're focused on
Mm-hmm.
will manifest your reality. So if I'm using potty training as an example for law of attraction, I was attracting an argument. I was perpetuating the argument by forcing something that the universe and my daughter were, it wasn't their time.
Yep.
And so when I let go, it became just easier for everyone because we were accepting what was the natural order of things, which was she's going to figure it out. And she did. Hallelujah. Um, but it allows you as a human having this, we're spiritual people or spiritual creatures having our human existence. It allows us to have control in a sense of what our reality is, but it
Mm-hmm.
also allows us to realize what is not in our control at all and to accept the beauty in that, even when it can be tragic. With relationships in general, you
Mm-hmm.
can I teach to call people in the relationships that they desire, whether it be their friendships, podcast interviews, like whatever it is, but how they can do that and call it in by just changing their mindset and just focusing on what it feels like, what the desire of that is.
Nice. And the law of attraction works for both positive and negative thoughts, right?
It works for everything, whatever you do. So if you're in gosh, when I was at rock bottom, like I look back on, I'm like, well, yeah, I was thinking like awful things and the negativity that was just coming into my life at that time. The people I was surrounding myself mirrored that. There was drugs and violence and abuse, and I was doing that in my own head to myself. I was calling it in, thinking I deserved these things. I wasn't consciously doing it because I didn't know to think differently. I only saw it on TV and stuff, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's not real life. I'm hardcore. I have this life. I do this." And you can still have these amazing experiences and not have drama and horrible people hurting you. And
Mm-hmm.
that was a huge realization for me as I progressed more and more in the self development work that goes with the law of attraction and changing my mindset and realizing, okay, if I don't want someone to abuse me or if I want someone to go take me out on these hot dates or whatever, I need to think about that more. Even if my surroundings don't mirror that at this point, it will. And the more I focus and the more specific I am on that feeling, the faster it is that it's going to come to me. And I love talking to people about it because it has transformed so many lives. I love it. And as a mom, you get to teach your kids these cool things. And I didn't know about this stuff when I was a kid. I knew some interesting
Mm-hmm.
stuff, but I wouldn't teach it to my kid now. There's some weird stuff that happened, but now I get to teach my daughter the law of attraction and like, okay, you want that toy? Why do you want that toy? Okay. And like little things like that. I couldn't do it with potty training though. She wasn't quite there developmentally. I was like, imagine the toilet. Imagine the
Oh my goodness. Um, so now for moms, I have two questions for you about different types of relationships. One is how do you help a mom find friends? Because I know that can be a challenge for many moms. And the second one is if there's a single mom out there, how do they get back into the dating world?
Okay. Fine. I'm probably more passionate about finding friends than I am about helping people find their intimate partners, which is hilarious to me because when you're broadcasting what you do as a coach and a podcaster, when you say relationship coach, everyone assumes dating coach and stuff, which sure, that's 100% a part of it. But I think all moms know you have yourself, and any person knows you are your own relationship first.
Mhm.
And then you want to be able to share that with people, but it doesn't always mean that you want the next level yet. Or in general, like your partner may be your best friend, but you still need sisterhood.
Yes.
And I'm a big proponent of sisterhood. And I'm also a big, I would say, pusher. If I was a drug dealer, I'd be a pusher of female friendships and understanding that you don't have to have millions of them. You can have one
Mhm.
that is just absolutely crucial and pushes you into these beautiful vibrational places. So, what I like to help people with and what I've done in my own life is similar to what I was referring to with just law of attraction in general. You focus on something, get specific, but really focus on the feeling of what you want out of your female friendships or friendships in general. It doesn't have to be female, but I purposely focus on sisterhood because I feel it's important for women to have we have similar experiences, we have similar our bodies change, like we understand more than potentially a male would. But when you're focusing on finding those friendships, it's really important to know that there's seasons. So I teach that there's seasons to each relationship. So it's okay if you don't hang out with the people from, high school. It's cool if you do. Most people don't because your lives change. High
Yeah.
school or college or what have you, the neighborhood you used to live in, that was your proximity. So of course you met those people. You have teenagers now. I bet your friend group changed from when you had little kids because now they're not as interacting. They're not with their kids as much because they're teenagers. They have more
Yep.
autonomy. So you're going to change. And it's first off, no, that's okay. If you're a new mom, you are probably feeling really alone, even if you're surrounded by people, because sleeped up is real, but also you're around kids all the time. And then if
Mhm.
you work on top of it, I mean, stay at home mom, not, but you keep adding tasks to it, you're out of it. You're like your own thing. So, first, give yourself grace. That is number one. Give yourself grace. You don't have to reinvent your wheel immediately. And then when you are looking for those female friendships, don't make it hard for yourself. Think, okay, what kind of friendship do I want? Where would those women be? Those women might be on a Zoom call in another state.
Mhm.
Those women might be your neighbor. They might not. They might be in mom groups. But whatever it is, if you got to list it out, whatever, get that down. And then, okay, how do I put myself out there? How do I focus on who I want to be for those women? And those two simple things, the universe will make it happen. Like immediately. When I was coming out of mom fog brain and I realized that I was lonely, though I was surrounded by a family of people, um, that's honestly what I did. And I started a book club.
Nice.
And I got a ton of women who are interested in it. Moms are not, and they're all my really good friends now. And most of them have moved, and we're all part of the law of attraction too, which helps. But like, we're really fast friends because of it. And all I did was start a book club, and I had no idea what I was doing. There are great apps for that, but it's too much work. So I was like, come to my house, let's read a book.
There you go.
Um,
Old fashioned. Why not?
yeah, exactly. So those are some tips for sisterhood. The other
Mhm.
question for single moms getting back out there, also give yourself grace. You have a layer of difference now. If you're a single mom, you potentially have your ex that is somewhere in the background.
Mhm.
Maybe you don't, but if you do, that adds a layer because they almost have it's almost like they have a say because their kids are there because they're worried about their kid.
Mhm.
But so you have to take that into effect or into consideration, but you also have to take into consideration that your values probably changed. And that
Yep.
has nothing to do with law of attraction. That's just give yourself grace and know that who you want now and who you are now is not the same person you were before you had kids.
Yep.
Very few people probably keep that same persona. Like, why? Your mom, your body's different, like everything's different. Own it. And then when you're going out or you're going on apps or you are, I wouldn't say go to a bar unless you like to party, right? But wherever you're choosing to go, who is it that you want to meet? Go there. So
Yeah.
if you want to meet a business professional, go to all those networking events,
Mm.
right? Not only is it good for your business or for you for other reasons, but that's where you're going to meet people. Go to conferences. If you're a podcaster, go to podcast conventions. Go to places where they are,
Mhm.
and also know that, do you want to have a fling, which is fine, or do you want to have like a relationship where they're involved with your kids later? Whatever that is fine. Even if you want some of this first and then you move on to the other, also fine. But whatever it is that you're doing, be very specific with what you want, with what you're thinking. I'm a writer, so I journal it. I journal everything. So I
Mm.
recommend moms out there, journal the heck out of everything. And then just affirm it to yourself. I want to meet a man who works hard, earns a lot of money, but is here for me and my family 100%. I want a relationship where we go on family vacations together all the time and he respects me and my children, whatever it is, and
Yep.
just focus on that. And as I've said with everything, the universe will part the waves for you and it will flood towards you. And it's okay if you realize you didn't want something after all. Also, totally fine. You are a human, you're allowed for that, but also, like, you're being a mom is different. You have so many different things than you did when you're a single woman, and find beauty in that. There's no reason to not be super proud of your stretch marks or where your boobs landed after that or whatever. Like, you want someone who's going to respect you for that, and don't settle. Never, there's no reason to settle. There are billions of people in this world. Why would you need to settle for something? Just move on. Hey, we're not going to work. Move on to the next person. Just stay specific and focused. The law of attraction is always going to call that person into you. And if you feel stuck, this goes for the sisterhood calling or getting back out into the dating world. If you're stuck, get a coach or find somebody that has done it already and copy them.
Yeah.
They already did it. Like, ain't nothing wrong with that. They did it right. They got a blueprint. Steal shamelessly. That's what I always say.
Nice. I love that you mentioned how if something doesn't work out, you can always change your mind.
Always,
Right? Like,
always.
I think we forget that sometimes, like, oh, God, this is what I asked for, and now I got it, and I'm not happy. Like,
Yeah, it's okay to change your mind. It's, I'm getting my cabinets painted right now. I can actually smell the paint. I'm probably like a little loopy from it. But if we didn't like the color, cool, change it. It's paint. It's life. Like, there's so many avenues that you can change regardless of where you're at in life. And it all starts with how you think and if you're very specific. And again, if you get there and you're like, man, I actually don't want someone to go camping all the time. This sucks. Like, I don't like bugs. Cool. Change it. You want to go to resorts instead. Awesome. Find that person. Nothing wrong with it.
yeah, I think that's great. Now you have a quiz called the Attractor Archetype Quiz. Tell us about that.
Yes. The Attractor Archetype Quiz is just a fun, simple way for women to just find out what kind of attractor they are. So, in the law of attraction, what are you calling in? And then it'll kind of give you a brief overview of the personality type that goes with it. I love personality type tests, that's why I created it. And then it has really simple journal prompts that are in there and some affirmations that you can just immediately do. Like, you could take the test, you have it within 2 minutes, emails to you, and then you can start practicing those affirmations for whatever it is you're desiring.
Oh, I really love that quiz of yours. And how can people connect with you?
So the easiest way to connect with me is to go to my Instagram. It's Aja Daigneault on Instagram. And if you can't spell it, it's okay because it's the only one similar to that. My last name is ridiculously long. But also at invincible.us.com, my everything's linked in there. My podcast, Invincible Us, as well as the quiz is on there in a couple places, so easy to get. There's also a free journal that's on there. There's a lot of really cool information of how to reach out. And if you're interested in working with me, it also has information on how to do that. And reach out if you are looking to create sisterhood, or if you're looking to have a coach get involved and help you get back into the dating world. That's stuff I specialize in.
Well, this was really fun. Thank you for joining me today, Aja.
Yeah, I had a blast. Thank you.
Are you struggling to be the best mom you can be? Are you fatigued, overwhelmed, and stressed out? Are you losing precious time with your family because of PMS? If so, sign up for my free gift on how to start living in tune with your monthly cycle. The link to get it is in the show notes below. Use this guide to help you start to eliminate your symptoms of PMS, increase your energy, reduce stress, and fully enjoy this incredible mom life. The way I see it, you have 3 choices. You can try to figure it all out on your own. You can do nothing and stay where you are, or you can get the customized guidance you need to thrive as a mom. The choice is yours. Thanks for listening to today's episode. I hope you learned something from these stories. If you enjoyed this show, please make sure to subscribe, rate, review, and share this podcast. It really helps this show grow. If you have a mom story you would like to share, click on the link in the description below on becoming a podcast guest. Remember, the content on this podcast is for general information only. It does not replace any medical advice given by your healthcare providers. Please check with your doctor if you have any questions about your specific condition and before starting any new diet or exercise regimen. Thank you, and you will hear from me soon.